Our next youth leader is Wendy Oppong. She couldn't be here today. She does send her well wishes, and I will read her bio. She says, "Hi, my name is Wendy Oppong. I'm a dedicated student at the University at Albany, majoring in biology with dreams of becoming an OBGYN. I'm passionate about women's health and committed to making a difference in underserved communities. My goal is to grow academically and personally while lifting others along the way."
Hello, greetings everybody. My name is Wendy Oppong. I am 20 and I am from the Bronx. And this summer I had the pleasure of working with Wipe Me Clean and Courage Coach Jess on making and creating this event for you all to attend so that we can give back to the community and really touch on the different problems and the different things that we see that needs to be changed. So I would like to present what I think and would hope for the community to work on and what I would like to see more. Okay, so who and what? Who? Courage Coach Jess is who? She is the brains, the guidance of all of this. She provides powerful guidance and encouraging words to help entrepreneurs grow their businesses while also deepening their strength in their faith. Her approach blends practical and spiritual strategies. She encourages boldness as she's very bold herself, resilience, and a sense of purpose. She does this by aligning business goals with her personal values. Coach Jess helps all she encounters succeed while also drawing closer to God. She is, how can I say, a light that if you don't think you can do it, she's going to encourage you that you can. She's going to make you do something that you've never done before in a good way and make you explore because you never know till you try it. She's a not don't knock it till you try it type of woman, and I love that. What I would like to see change in my community, which is the Bronx community, would be making mentorship more accessible, especially for the youth who feel invisible in fields, for example, like medicine. Very often, the youth tend to give up on their career dreams because they can't get in touch with somebody who shares their background and or who just looks like them that can give some type of guidance on what they're going through. My community, my ideal community would be where mentorship is rooted in experience. So it will be easier to access and find those individuals that would like to go into what law, medicine, business, but like it wouldn't be such an outreach to where like there's nobody in the area, there's no type of resources where only like I could Google. I want something more than Google. I want something that like is because not everybody has a phone, not everybody has a computer, not everybody responds. I feel like we've all had those moments where we try and contact somebody that we really would like to speak to about certain things and they just don't respond. So I like to create a mentorship where like you'll get a response, you'll get somebody who actually can relate to you and could give you actual good feasible advice on what you choose to do or whatever career path you would like to go on. For me, I'm going to go into medicine, and it's been very hard for me to find a mentor that actually knows what they're doing and can actually help me get to where I want to be in life without all the ifs, the ands, and the doubts, you know? My mission statement is to provide accessible, experience based mentorship for underrepresented youth, empowering them to pursue their dreams by connecting them with role models who share the same backgrounds and really understand the journey that they are on and aspire to pursue. My vision statement. What I would like it to look like a community where every young person feels seen, supported, and inspired, knowing that success is within reach and could look just like them. For me, I would really like, and I know there's some out there, like now in this day and age, you see a lot of Black women becoming doctors, becoming nurses, becoming PAs. But my aim is to become an OBGYN, to become a doctor. And like I would have loved to connect with one of a doctor, OBGYN, or somebody in the health field that looks like me, that has probably went through what I'm going through at the moment, to give me that it's gonna be okay. Or instead of you doing this, you should do this instead, because we're like we're not always lucky to have the same amount of opportunities as our fellow classmates. So I would have loved for someone to look like me and be like, this is a better option because this could get your foot in the door, if you know what I mean. And for all of this, I thought of like different ways and different resources that can help organize these things, right? So on the left, you can see a daily planner. This is just like planning, like writing out your activities for the day, priorities, little notes, little quick little reminders on the bottom of the calendar. Just for like, I know we can all get really confused and mishaps with days and like don't know what to do from a day to day, time to time type of thing. So it's good to always be organized. And this is my little time management infographic of like how I manage my time. How like when it comes to big things, sometimes I just have to make a plan, write it out, and just put on paper so it doesn't stress me out. And then like really sitting down and breaking it down piece by piece to where I understand and where it's easier for me to actually achieve these things. And then at the end, eliminate any distraction, anything that will hinder me from not being able to time manage whatever I have going on or whatever I am about to do. And on the right, this is a goals sheet. I love to write down my goals and at the end of it all, like go back to it and be like, yeah, I accomplished this. So on this right goal sheet, I have a space for academic goal because I am a student. I know most of you guys are students or know a student, or even you don't have to be a student to use this. So your academic goal, your personal development goal, you as a person, like what do you want to change and enhance, and a mentorship networking goal. Who do you want to reach out to? Who do you want to network with? Who do you want to put your like self on their radar, And then now we have to have an action plan. This is where breaking it down comes into play from my time management. If you see what I mean? You see the connection? Yeah. So just write down an action plan step by step. How would you achieve these three things? My academic goal. What am I gonna do to get all A's? My personal growth. How am I gonna become a better version of myself? And then mentorship. Where am I gonna go? What businesses am I gonna step into? Who am I gonna email to get their attention? You know what I mean? And then on the right side of that side of this page, you see cross off each day you stick to your goal. I know there we can make goals and then like we fall off a day or two. I am chief of that, and I think that like taking yourself, it keeps in the front of your mind of like, okay, there's something that needs to be achieved and I'm going to achieve it. It takes these amount of days, I'm gonna achieve it. So like it gives you like a little like competition, a little something to look forward to. And it makes you feel better at the end. It's like, okay, yes, I had a streak going. Like I was able to complete this and stick to it for a long period of time. Under that is a mentorship spotlight. I feel like it's just a fun little way of like showing that you actually networked, you actually reached out, the name, the field, the background, and advice, because it's good to always write down things that people tell you because you never know. At the end of the day, it can help you in different spaces of life. For example, I work in a hospital and they tell us write down your stories, write down the things you experience, because when you go to do medical school applications, PA applications, and just interviews, they're gonna tell you to tell those stories. Like, how was that experience? Or like if a doctor tells you something, or somebody, like anybody tells you an advice, you're gonna remember it, and if it has an impact on your life, you're like, oh wait, that person told me this, that, and it's actually like like very what's the word? It's very like accurate at this time and place of my life. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was like a good little like to keep it organized of what who you who you talk to and what they say and how you can use it. And then at the end, other than that is a month recap. One thing you're proud of, one thing you'll improve on for the next month, because sometimes it's not a good month for all of us. And it's just good to just know like you're proud of something that you have done, that you put your hard work into and that you care about. And then on the left is affirmation of the month. Depending on how long, either the month or week, we can make this a week, a month type of thing. There's gonna be affirmation at the bottom because you are worthy. You belong in spaces where dreams flourish. Like, there's no space in the world that you don't belong in when it comes to career wise, any type of space that is good. Just because if somebody else was able to do it, you can too. That's something my dad has always told me. If somebody was able to become a doctor, why can't you? There's no reason why you can't become what somebody else has become. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not achievable. So also, like, we can also put Bible verses. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. That is a verse that I stand by because it's like I feel like me and my friends always find a way where it's like, oh, but my knowledge is what I know. At the end of the day, it's not only what we know. If we trust in the Lord, He will guide our paths. If you trust in the Lord, from what knowledge you know, is nothing compared to what He knows. And from what He can do, where He could put you, is bigger than where you could put yourself. So like sometimes you gotta calm down, sit down, and let it all. Leave it to God. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is what I would change and my experience from this past 6 weeks. I've gotten closer with God. I've actually learned how to make meaningful flyers, meaningful infographics, meaningful presentations, and actually been doing some critical thinking. And I thank Courage Coach Jess for all of that. And everybody that has spoke, my fellow workers, Aya, and everybody that has helped us this whole summer. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have the great rest of your day. God bless you all.